Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I'm in a different setting. I'm at home. Normally I'm at work talking to you guys, so I'm kind of, but I'm at home today, and I'm going to tell you why. 2025. You guys know by a couple of my videos I'm in HR, and layoffs is a huge thing. Unfortunately, it's not something we love doing, not something it's just a part of the role that we offboard people based on, different reasonings, whatever. After major research and a lot of feedback, I've noticed the ramp up in 2025 of layoffs, terminations, separations, exits, whether it's upon the company making a decision or the employee. And I think the reason is because of the climate that we're in. And when I say the climate, not physical weather, but the climate of feeling of insecurity while having a physical job. I feel 2024 got people in a place of a lot of thinking. Not only that, we have tons of videos we can go watch, and just amongst the feedback of our peers, we saw a difference in the workforce, meaning they weren't hiring as much, although they were posting, we're hiring. They were accepting applications, let's be clear. They're not hiring. And if they were, it was very, very competitive, and those roles were being filled really quickly, if I must say. I work very closely with the recruiter, so I'm aware how heavy in demand they were for very few roles. Even when it became roles being open out of nowhere due to maybe an employee leaving or, whatever the changes were, how fast those get filled. So although it says, hey, we're hiring, wasn't always the case. They were always accepting applications, as all companies should. They want to have the options of people with the experience as well as the coverage needs, excuse me, guys, for those that may separate on their own. So it gives them that background and support to, hey, let me go pull that resume. Let me see if such and such is still interested, yada, yada, right? So 2025 comes, of course, this is the end of Q4 quarter, and they're trying to verify end of year finances, closing out the year, W-2s, all that good stuff. And that is a major hassle in the payroll department, and it's a big deal when it comes to our stakeholders and things of that nature when it comes to the business side, right? And when it comes to entering the new year, it has a big impact on who transitions forward, maybe who transitions out during the end of the year prior to the Q4, ending, things like that. Prior to Q4 ending, I would say even in the warehouse industry, I've seen well over 50 terminations. Even if it was due to them leaving on their own, that's huge turnover. Because keep in mind, we just hired those people. Some of them were, retiring, whatever. But the idea that they were phasing out and now those were open roles, that's a huge deal. And the idea that moving into 2025, they're not wanting to replace those, or they're very slow on proceeding with what they're wanting to replace because they're trying to get the numbers and productions for the new year, right? So yeah. Next thing you know, I meet my team. We're going over, tenure. We're going over things such as retention, just trying to improve those things for the upcoming year. And I was put on a task that was delegated to me to research, as we do off-board exit interviews, to kind of understand the focal points as to why people were leaving and or, transitioning out. A lot of that came from, ineffective communication, lack of respect, on an organization, just various things that affected each individual solely that, wasn't good for them. Hey, the hours are too long. I'm working, 6 days a week. I'm exhausted, a lot of things. So these are things I was just documenting and putting in a report to provide as feedback. On top of the normal HR issues, on top of onboarding people, on top of doing management training, on top of disciplinary training. So it's just a lot going on, right? We get into the new year, and I'm laid off. How does HR not see that coming? We do this all day, every day. How did I not see that coming? Was I upset? Yeah, but I think I was more emotional to the tenure that I've been there, all the hard work I've done. But was I upset? I'm going to say I can't control business decisions based on where they're going, the needs for why they're transitioning in the way they are. I get it. But that is always never easy news. So I just want to be clear and say, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. My little just walked in and she was looking for her sister. And I'm like, hey, mommy making a video. But anyway, so yeah. So I just want to come in and let you guys know, like, the climate is very different this year. It was very different even in the last year. I would say mid-year to the end. A lot of people were just having a lot of insecurities with their job. This seems to be across the board, not even just in my industry. Even from several videos I've watched, a lot of people, although they had a job, they didn't feel secure. And it is those times. I feel if you're not slowly shifting into a trade, skill set, entrepreneurial mindset, that is not going to be effective for 2025. You need to at some point make that shift to at least make that a thought. Hey, I need to find some kind of skill. I need to, hone into whatever my hobbies are, talents, and monetize them. Because if these jobs are going to be moving out in the way they're moving and the speed they're moving, it's not something we can control. And if we can control a source of income because of our talent or our skills, things that we can provide as a service to others, jump on it, okay? I know YouTube is a huge platform, just like other social medias. But with that being said, definitely make that a thought, guys, because 2025 is becoming a huge mass layoff. AI has definitely transitioned a lot of that to become a step of moving that direction. Y'all go sit down. Hey, y'all. Sorry, I have to keep stopping because I am home now, and I have two littles that are here with me, my 1-year-old and my 3-year-old. So they're both busy in the background. It's why y'all can hear like tablets and stuff. But I did feel the need to come on here and let you guys know, disregard my nails, y'all. Like, don't worry about everything that you need to be worried about. Okay. But I did. Oh, and by the way, I am expecting. So if you want to like, girl, 4.5 months. So anyway, I almost feel like it was a need to share this because at the end of the day, if you've been having some gut instincts of like, hey, maybe I need to be considering, or a girl or a man, things, and everybody's like, oh, well, if you have that job, hang on to it. That is very accurate. But at the same time, please don't overlook the process of possibly having something on the outside as a side hustle that could possibly come, a front hustle all day long, only because we can't control what happens in business. And if they make the decision to say, hey, unfortunately, we have to move forward with separation, you can be somewhat prepared, guys. So I just felt like, considering that recently happened to me, and here I am coming on here, giving you guys HR videos. This is my department. I should have seen it coming. Well, no, I didn't. I didn't see it coming, guys. So with that, I did want to share this and let you guys know, like, hey, think about the possibilities. Whatever you're good at, think about really diving deep into that and how it can be monetized. You know what I mean? Not because it's about the money. It's about your well-being. It's about how can you still take care of things if something happens. Don't just prepare for natural disasters. Prepare for things like this too. This is a disaster that can affect your lifestyle, that could affect, and it's not about the lifestyle and living it. No, that's not what I'm saying. It can affect you having a home, not having a home, having a vehicle, not having a vehicle, taking care of the kids, having food, lifestyle. So making sure, we do these things. We actually discuss these things, share it with others, guys, it's very important. So I just want to come in and say, me being in the HR industry, I had already foreseen, based on projections, the 2025 year was going to be very low in hiring and a lot of terminations and or layoffs based on how 2024 was going at the very end. And considering we're in a new presidency, it doesn't have anything to do with politics on my end in the sense of Democrat or Republican. I don't care about that. I just want to say there is going to be a major change, and we should be prepared to financially support ourselves based on whatever talents we have. Just being honest. So, like I said, I feel as though this was a major thing in my life, but thank God I'm a specialty baker outside of this, because I'm definitely jumping back into that, and I feel like this was the push to say, as much as you've been thinking about this, talking about it, get back out there. Now's the time. Here you go. I gave it back to you from God, right? Because I would go around and be like, yeah, people would ask, like, when are you going to make cakes again? When are you going to bake? I need a cake made. My daughter needs this. Her birthday's coming up. My sister, And I'm like, okay, guys, I relocated. My stuff is in storage. Give me a minute. Like, I'm going to do it, but, just give me a minute, right? This happened, but I had already been having this really big urge to, like, start back doing it on the side, just to kind of get back out there, get my, name back out there, let people know that, hey, I'm no longer closed. Like, welcome back. Here's my specials, things like that, right? All just to be pushed out in the forefront to say, hey, here you go, full time. Thanks, God. Signed. And I feel it was a sign for him to say, you keep having this feeling, here you go, get back out there. And although fear is an aspect, I can't let that control my lifestyle, because I want to be successful. I want to make sure my kids have nice things. I want to, have a comfortable, lovely home.